Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, the 17th day of March. And yeah, it's starting to turn warm. Readings well up in the 70s this afternoon. And tomorrow we are talking potential for the warmest weather so far this year. We'll check the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. First off, coming from Mount Cheahaw State Park. That's the highest point in our great state, just south of Anniston. Looking right down the spine of the Talladega Mountains. A bright, sunny, cloudless March afternoon. And you know a lot of folks are down south. First off, we'll check the Dauphin Island Skycam. That's at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab looking out over the Gulf of Mexico. That, of course, is in Mobile County. And if you cross the bay, you wind up here at Gulf Shores in Baldwin County. And boy, the spring break crowd, they are out in full force, and it's good to see after such a rough year they had last year down there. And look at the weather, just great. If you got a beach trip coming up, what you see there is what you're going to get for the next 5 days. Sunny, comfortable days, clear nights all the way through early next week. And the water's cool, like we've talked about. We've noticed the SSTs, the sea surface temperatures down there running in the middle 60s now. Ridge nosing in from the south, allowing for the big warm-up, and that's shunting the storm track well to the north, and that means warm and dry weather for the next 5 days across Alabama in the deep south. Those are the observations at 2 o'clock. Birmingham up to 74. We're the warm spot. And keep in mind, we're on daylight saving time now, so the highs will come toward 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And most folks should wind up in the mid to upper 70s today. And around the nation, I see 80s out in Texas. And again, that air is spreading in this direction. Notice how the cold air is really trapped up over the Canadian border up in Canada. And it's going to stay there for a while. Watch warning map, not a lot to talk about. A few scattered winter weather issues out west. A flash flood watch for parts of North Dakota. The eastern third of the nation, quiet as a mouse, considering, in fact, this is mid-March. St. Patrick's Day, a day where typically very active weather is the story. Check the QPF chart. Expected rain around the nation. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Tuesday morning at 7. And we got some green on there for North Alabama, but I don't quite buy into that. I think we'll be dry until maybe Wednesday or Wednesday night, and even that's a pretty marginal setup. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 12 noon. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Got to make that adjustment in my brain. When we go on daylight saving time, it changes the output time of these maps. They run on coordinated universal time. Whatever, midday tomorrow. Ridging is the story. Down below that, another bright sunny day. And yes, it will be pretty warm. We're expecting highs again in most spots up in the low 80s. Check the modeling here. The GFS is at 82, the NAM 81. Saturday starting off the weekend, no reason for change. Sunday, now one thing to watch, a little cold air damming here to the east. Notice that cold air over New England, and some of that might try and drain down the mountains. For now, I don't think it reaches us, and it's not going to be a player here. We'll still say low 80s on Sunday, but just keep an eye on that. If you're in Georgia, and especially the Carolinas, it will be noticeably cooler. Monday, again, assuming no wedge impact, it will be warm with highs around 80. Tuesday of next week, still dry. This is a long dry spell for this time of the year. Go to Wednesday, the ridge beat down a little bit with a short wave on top of that to the north. And again, we've got a really weak surface low near St. Louis with a trailing front. And that might kick off a shower Wednesday or Wednesday night, but certainly no severe weather, no heavy rain. Not much rain at all. And then Thursday, weather tries to turn a little cooler. We've got a ridge building over the Plain States. They got that cold vortex northeast of Maine. But this run, not quite as cool as recent runs. Instead of a high close to 65, this time the GFS has 74 in the forecast on Thursday, showing not much cooling at all. And then on Friday, the 25th, week from tomorrow, dry and pleasant with a really cold air well to the north and east. So the odds of a freeze out there looking pretty small. We'll check 4 more days on the 29th. Look at that trough now. That might bring us some active weather. And really, that's the next significant rain event showing up in modeling. Deep surface low, sub 1,000 millibar low near the Ohio River. And Band of showers and storms, maybe strong to severe storms if this is right. And April 2nd, we warned you. You know, if you've been watching these videos, you've been seeing that negative spike in the North Atlantic Oscillation and opens a door for an eastern U.S. trough. The operational runs really haven't shown it. Well, guess what? They're showing it now. Huge ridge over the western part of the continent, huge trough over the east, and woo, boy, that's cold. I told you, don't plant yet. Don't do it. It's too early. If this is right, and we all know, you know, we don't know the specifics at this point, but that would get us way, way down in the 20s, very cold. And again, there's the NAO spike negative you see out there toward the 1st of April. So we don't know yet, but we'll certainly watch that. But again, odds of a cold snap around that first week of April are looking higher and higher. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.